And we is alive.
Live? Are we live?
Yeah, we live.
My man. The best kind of live. What it do, snackers and snackettes? It's your boy Gage, and I got Jokes and Sin in the building. How are we, gentlemen?
Pretty good, sir.
Doing good.
Yeah?
Doing good today.
Doing well.
Excellent.
Listen, you are now officially tuned in to Loading Snacks Weekly, where we get together once a week and we talk about things that are happening in pop culture. And today we all managed to secure an Xbox.
Yeah!
We did. It was a rough start, but we got the job done.
Woo.
Let me just say, listen, before we get into all of the stuff that we have to discuss today, because there's a lot of it, I got to give an extra special shout out to my man Ellis, who was certainly on the prowl and the lookout. My man was chucking me links. Like, I know you're an Xbox guy, you little Xbox guy. Here, have a link. Here, have a link. Here, have a link. Did you try this? Like, nah, my man Real Talk was like, I gotta look out for my people. He was all over Twitter, all over the links, making sure we had them. And sure enough, for myself and for Sin, it was that last Amazon link that
came through in the clutch.
Yeah.
Yeesh, because boy, did we have some trouble. However, we are, in fact, going to talk about that tomorrow.
Cool.
That's for cutscenes. That's the video game show.
Still had
We
to get
will
it out
get to
there.
that.
We got to know.
Oh, no, that was important. Just to make it known.
Yeah.
That's where the energy is coming from.
Hey,
today.
speaking of Ellis, yeah, boy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Salute.
Yeah, my man, the DJ Clutch,
Right.
DJ Clutch Ellis in the building. Yeah, man. So look, on facts, what's on the docket tonight, man? It's a lot. So we're gonna talk about Falcon and Soldier getting delayed. Falcon and Winter Soldier getting delayed.
Yep.
WandaVision's trailer. Jonathan Majors going to Ant-Man. Supergirl coming to an end.
God,
There's a lot. There's a lot on the table. And that's without discussing the Emmys. Shout out to Zendaya. Shout out to Watchmen.
Yes.
I don't even, like, right now, I don't even think, like, mentally I can dig into what's going on with the Emmys. So I think we're going to save that for another show. However, curveball.
Damn, already.
Off rip. Okay.
Is Blade secretly the best Marvel movie? And I'll just wait.
Oh.
I can't answer that only because I've not seen that movie in so long.
Yes, you can. You can answer it.
Hey,
Then I
I'll
would
just
say no, it's not. Then I would say
Okay.
no. It's over.
Okay.
I would just go on the strength of the fact that without Blade, we probably wouldn't have some of the things going on today. So, as far as being the best movie, maybe not necessarily. Maybe I don't know what word to use in this particular case. Long story, if it wasn't for Blade, the chance of them trying to do like the Iron Man probably would never have happened. Like, I know Blade did okay in its run, and I know they were a little worried when it came time for doing Iron Man, but we got Iron Man, and things are all history now.
If Blade had been an MCU film, if it was canon, which technically it could be, like, there's no reason you couldn't say that it happens in the same universe if you really think about it. Am I right?
True.
Sure.
You could say that it exists within that same universe. Man, Blade might be the best joint that isn't Civil War or Endgame.
Ooh.
Mm,
We talking Blade 1 or Blade 2? I know between 1 and 2 of
Talking
them.
Blade 1.
Blade 1? Okay.
2
that's
is
a big statement.
fire.
Yeah, I was saying, 2 is solid.
Oh, yeah, 2 is
I
fire.
want to.
It's fire.
I really want to push, because my oldest daughter and I were having a conversation the other day about how Iron Man 2 is her favorite Iron Man movie. Yikes.
Yeah.
And Iron Man 1 is definitely the best Iron Man movie. And it's better than the first 2 Thor films.
Right.
Both Ant-Man films are good.
Yeah.
I don't think either of those is better than Guardians 1 or 2. And I think Blade is better than both of those. The first Captain America, solid film. Very solid film. And in the grand scheme of things, though, some of the things that make some of the films in the MCU really good are how well they're tied to other films.
True.
Things that they set up. That in some cases almost lose a certain amount of significance. Because they're tied to like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which most people don't care about. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I'm gonna highly recommend that everybody go back and watch Blade at some point this week.
I am now.
Adding it to the list.
Oh, I am
That
now.
joint is fire. Whistler is fire.
Oh, what's so dope?
And that's proof in the pudding that Daryl from The Walking Dead was also in Blade.
He was.
No, same character.
Right.
Like he plays Daryl. Like it's same dude. Same character. Straight up character actor. Yeah, Blade is. Why you making that face, Lo?
You got my man thinking.
Here.
Yo,
I have to just go back and watch them. That's all. It's been forever since I've seen them joints. So this weekend I'm going back and I'm watching. I'm just
Okay, you
listening.
forgot that
and just
he was
soaking
in
it
it, or you just.
I didn't forget that was in it, but like he may look like a young sweaty Daryl.
oh no, he does. He looked like Daryl, like season 1 Daryl.
but that wasn't. I don't think that was Daryl.
Hey,
Man,
that could be
on.
that could be future Walking
it's-
Dead. Hey,
Yeah, it's like for real. It's Daryl pre-zombie apocalypse. Like it's who, you know what I'm saying? It's like the dude he would be
if the zombie apocalypse hadn't
pre-zombies,
have-
post knowledge of vampires.
I was like,
Like,
we got vampires instead of zombies. That's what happened. This,
Yeah,
this
like-
is the alternate universe at work here.
yeah, I mean, that's what it is. Anyway,
Okay.
let's talk about Falcon and Winter Soldier getting delayed. Who's sad?
I am very much so sad.
Are you really?
I am.
I'm
As
as
much
much as I'm looking forward to it, I'm not surprised. So it's just
Yeah.
like whatever.
I'm sad. Don't get me wrong. I want to see one. That's not my number one that I want to truly see. But I'm sad that it's like, it seemed like things had gotten back on track, and it seemed like we were actually still going to truly get, even if it would have been like the end of the year, it was still going to happen, and then they just randomly hit that out of the blue.
I mean, you didn't imagine that because of the delays of everything else that wasn't going to be affected.
It was in the back of my mind, but you know, they was like they had gotten back to production, and it seemed like things were going in the right direction. They didn't hint that anything like, you know, things are going to get delayed, but you know, it's always in the back of your mind right now with what was going on. But still thought there was
that is likely to be a thing.
Yeah, like with the state that everything is in, I'm not surprised when anything gets delayed at all anymore. Like, all right, it's like just status quo at this point. This thing is pushed back. That thing gets pushed back. Like, all right, like it is what it is now. So I honestly, I wasn't expecting it. I was more surprised when WandaVision got like an actual date. Like, oh, this is real. Like, it's not like we push this back to 2021, nothing like that. This is actually coming this year.
Well, coming
Okay.
soon. Well, hey, they said coming soon, so you know what happens. You can stretch the truth sometimes when that coming soon comes up. But
I mean, they could have taken them in 2021.
Yeah, like
That's why I said this year.
yeah, I mean, I think that WandaVision is more significant and important in the
Agreed.
grand scheme of things, probably because they are able to use that movie to make excuses. I mean, that show,
Mhm.
to make excuses for why other things are out of sync or out of, you know what I mean? Like, it just, that show will be a solid catalyst for whatever. You know what I
What they
mean?
got coming
Yeah.
forward. Yeah.
Um, but here's the thing: they did that right on the heels of the WandaVision trailer, which debuted during the Emmys.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see the trailer for WandaVision?
Yes.
Saw the trailer.
Okay. How do you feel about WandaVision? I'm gonna start with you, Jokes. How we feeling?
You know, we're still in a little bit of the middle of, like, we don't know exactly what it is, but this trailer kind of gave us a look at what at least what I'm considering to be a look at what possibly is the actual real world and what's going on the outside. But at the same time, like, are we in, like, Vision's mind? Are we in, like, Wanda's mind at certain points in time in
He's
here?
dead, bruh.
It's like, I know he's dead, but he's a robot at the same time, kind of, sort of. I don't know. But
You're
clear.
confused.
What do you mean I'm confused?
I mean, you're confused. Like, you are literally saying you don't know what's going on. Like, you're confused about what's happening.
Oh, I know it. Yes, so I'm still a little confused. But I mean, in seeing certain things, it's like, okay, we're kind of know that it's gonna somehow be ground. I guess I'm confused. Never mind. Leave it at be.
There you go.
I'm confused.
Finally said it. You're confused.
I'm trying. I'm trying to make sense of what I saw. Like, certain things you can pull and say, you know what, this gives me the direction of here. But then going back and looking at this kind of turns that on its head. So still a wee bit confused, but I am super excited for WandaVision and just surely what it could possibly do right now inside of the MCU.
Sincere?
With the first trailer, you know what I'm saying, of it, like, it was more so like, what in the world is going on with this? I wasn't like...
Who giggling?
I'm laughing just...
J-Rock.
Yeah, that's all. No, but like with the first trailer, I wasn't... like, I was more so like just trying to figure, okay, I want to see this. I'm looking forward to it because it's a Marvel property. We know it's going to fit in somehow in the universe. I'm not like, oh my God, I can't wait for WandaVision specifically. Like, it's just... I just more so just wanted questions answered. So I'm looking forward to it for that. This trailer actually made me more excited because for the same reason you're saying, Jokes, it showed what seems to be what's going on with whatever the TV show sitcom thing is, angle, and then what might be happening out in the quote unquote real world. Like, okay, so there is that element too. It's not just all puzzle, mysticism, trying to whatever piece things together. It is that angle too. So it seems like I have a little marriage of both. That makes me more excited for it. So now I'm completely looking forward to watching it when it comes out. I'm like excited for it now.
Hey Joe, can you bring up that Twitter post from Brian Michael Bendis for me? If y'all, my face, I feel like I look a little angry. I look a little angry today.
A little.
I feel like I look
a little.
I got a migraine. It's just, it's like
that'll do it.
It's right. It's right there.
Yeah.
So Brian Michael Bendis posted a tweet following the trailer with a screenshot, and in the screenshot, you see that bottle that's floating. There's a scene, a black and white scene where they're sitting down having dinner. The bottle is floating, pouring on its own, and they're being questioned like very heavily about like where they came from, what have you. That bottle is specifically an Easter egg reference to House of M. This is in
really
fact them doing. This is House of M. So the
House sitcom.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the fact is, this is going to be how they are probably going to, if in some way,
bringing in the mutants.
Bring in mutants.
Woo.
Introduce the Fantastic Four. And really show how powerful Scarlet Witch is. Now, if you're familiar with House of M at all, let me do it the other way. If you're not familiar with House of M, essentially in House of M, Quicksilver convinces Wanda to use her abilities to shape reality to essentially make everything perfect. In the storyline in the book, basically the world is run by mutants. Like Magneto and his squad like run it all. And in the long and short of it, Wolverine, because of his healing factor and the way his mind works, whatever, essentially recognizes that it's not real and begins to try to wake other people out of it to try to get other people, and basically ends up having to get her out of it or whatever. And she ends up at the end of it saying no more mutants, and that's basically what rids the mutants from the comics as a whole. Okay, Brian Michael Bendis is excited about it because he's the writer.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He wrote it. But without having any mutants technically that exist in the MCU as it is, that means that this is the catalyst. This is how they're going to do it. This is how they are either going to undo mistakes that existed within the MCU prior and set up whatever else is coming. The other thing is, there's a character in there that looks like it's Agatha Harkness, who is the witch that really like taught Wanda how to use her powers. And she's the one in the comic, she comes back basically in astral form, like she's already dead. She comes back in astral form and basically convinces Wanda to create the twins that she envisioned have, which, I mean, obviously they can't really have kids, right? I mean, he's not a human. So, and in the long run, it turns out that the kids are made of a crystal of Mephisto. It's a whole thing. But if it's Mephisto and it's her doing what she's doing, and then we have the whole Doctor Strange and the madness thing, Mephisto's probably going to be tied into that somewhere along the lines. Like, this is going to be a catalyst that sets up everything else that's coming.
Yeah.
I'm super interested.
Maybe that's why they pushed this one to be the first one to come out.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's this show has the potential to technically undo everything that already happened as if it didn't happen.
Very true.
It could have all been fake. You know what I mean? Or to change anything going forward. So this is essentially, she's their Flash. This is their flashpoint.
I was about to say, this is their flashpoint.
This is it.
This is their flashpoint. This gives them the ability to undo, rewrite, change, rearrange, whatever it is they want to.
In the show,
yeah. To play with, alternate universes and any of that. So I'm super amped for whatever this might actually end up being.
Wanda point.
It's the Truth miniseries. Yeah, that's right. Wakanda point. Like, that joint just didn't happen. So on that note, Jonathan Majors, who is making major splashes on HBO Max right now, apparently landed a major role in the next Ant-Man film.
That's what they're saying.
Who do we think it is?
It's got to be Kang.
A lot of people are saying Kang.
They're saying Kang.
I mean, a lot of people are saying Kang.
I have no clue.
I have some issues. With him being Kang. He could be. I think it could work. Nah, we're not getting Michael B. Jordan as a good Black Panther. That's not happening. That's not, no. I mean, but I understand wanting Michael B. Jordan back. He could be a young Giant Man. He could be playing the younger version of Lawrence Fishburne's character. Maybe. But that doesn't feel like it would be a major role.
Yeah,
it
that's
could
why I'm that one. Yeah.
But doesn't feel like it could be a major role. if he's Kang, Kang the Conqueror and Iron Lad are the same dude. And the rumors were that Harley Keelan, the little boy from Iron Man 3, who was the one strange fool that showed up at Iron Man's funeral, and everybody was like, who is that dude? The rumors were that that dude was going to end up being Iron Lad. They're not the same color. But WandaVision can make anything happen.
Yeah. Hey.
So maybe, again, Kang the Conqueror is kind of purple.
Yeah.
But Iron Lad is not.
No.
Purple.
No.
We have essentially in Wiccan and what's the other one? Not Speed. Yeah, Speed, who are Wanda and Vision's children, who we have seen exist in WandaVision.
Mm-hmm.
2 of the members of Young Avengers. We have Cassie, who is a member of Young Avengers. We know Skrulls exist.
Yep.
That easily gives us a Hulkling. And if we have a Kang and an Iron Lad, we have the whole freaking Young Avengers squad. Everybody. All of them exist now. And then we have Wanda and Doctor Strange and a Peter Parker for 1 more movie.
Right.
2 more movies. 2 more movies. 1 more Spider-Man film. 1 more
team up or whatever.
Collab film.
Yeah.
This is my favorite part about the MCU. It is all of the speculation and making up crap that's all wrong by the time we get it.
Hey, but you know what? Even though we be so wrong, there's some small little thing that we get right. Even if it is something very small, and when we get that little, hey, that's all that matters.
It counts. You're right. We don't have a Patriot, but that's easily fixable. That's easily fixable. You know what I mean? Everybody else exists.
Mm-hmm.
I actually feel like doing a Young Patriot is probably the hardest thing to do. It's probably the hardest one to. I think that's Steve Rogers is the hardest joint to live up to. There's a lot of potential in this. When you add in the Guardians, when you add in the Eternals, when you add in the multiverse and all of what's going on, I mean, we could get a Young Patriot in the joint that just got delayed in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Very true.
So there's a lot of potential in what they're doing right now. I don't know, man. I'm getting excited. Listen.
I'm very excited.
Let's shift gears. Let's talk about DC for a second. Supergirl. 6 seasons. 1, that joint was lucky to get out of season 1, which was a solid season, but that transition from CBS to CW
was smart.
Sort of unprecedented. You know what I mean? To get it and then just keep getting moved forward. So 6 seasons is pretty solid.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about this coming to an end?
I mean, Supergirl, it wasn't one of the best of the Arrowverse that I was really into. Honest truth is,
I like that, J. Robert. I mean, that's a possibility because Peggy sort of became insignificant for a lot of films. We could probably use a little Peggy doing something that makes something significant happen. I like the idea that Cap went back and they did something with his blood or something. That's possible. But yeah, I'm hyped for a Young Avengers. I think you can't do anything with Avengers, and you can't do a West Coast Avengers. So
Young Avengers.
I'm hyped for Young Avengers. Yeah.
But Supergirl is the only one that I am not fully caught up. Like, for whatever reason, there's been certain times when something has happened and you're like, let me go ahead and check this out right quick. But I'm fairly certain I am at least 3 seasons behind on Supergirl. It's the only one that for whatever reason I just couldn't get into like the rest of them. So I mean, I'm sad to see it go because I mean, Barry essentially has now lost the next person probably that you would consider to be his best friend outside of Oliver, having a relationship with her. So it just seems like Barry's losing everybody around him per se. At least the super.
You just go back in time and be friends with him again.
But so I'm sad to see it go as far as the continuity of the Arrowverse, but you know it doesn't really bother me that. And plus, we're getting the Superman show, so who knows? She may end up just sliding over into the Superman show, and she won't necessarily be a main character, but you know what? She's there, and she'll pop in. Yeah, but
I don't think there's enough. I don't think there's enough space for two super people in one show.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with them have Superman and whatever show coming or whatever. Yeah, I think it's time for Supergirl. Supergirl's definitely gotten better over the seasons. I think 4 was its highest point. Like that build up, we're getting ready to go into Christ, whatever season 4 was definitely its highest point. Last season wasn't all that to me. Just how it.
Well, I mean, they had to cut it short, right? I mean, it ended. They did 19 episodes.
All the shows.
All the shows were cut short.
It ended on a cliffhanger, and so it's like this last season. Do we think it'll be an extended season? Like it will have the ending of last season, and we'll get more episodes than we would normally get, or do we think? You know what I mean? They kind of chop it up.
I think they would do that, but maybe it wouldn't. It may just honestly, they may do one episode that almost sums that up. So I don't think they would do anything ridiculously extra for Supergirl. If it was like the Flash, like I would expect them to do definitely something like that with the Flash right off the break. But Supergirl, I feel like they'll just one episode it, fix it, and so it can just go into the next season, and then hopefully just get that super hurrah in this last season and just leave out on the high note. But I don't think they would make it an extended season out of Supergirl though.
No, I mean, look, I'm the season's coming up. I think COVID is throwing things off whack. At the most, I think it'll probably be a regular 22 whatever episode season, if that. Except for Supergirl, they might do a shorter season, kind of like how they did Arrow. Yeah, they might end up doing that, and maybe they might copy and paste and send her off in a crossover.
I doubt it. I'm pretty sure the Supergirl's gonna get a normal season. I think it'll get.
So you say you think it's too early to end it. Why? You just looking forward to more Supergirl? Is that what? Supergirl. Gave us Martian Manhunter early. Like again, season 1 was rough, as was noted in the chat, but but it came together.
Season 1 was done by ABC and all that.
And it is officially announced that the new Flash movie, which I guess technically is tied, only because he showed up in Crisis.
Right.
Will in fact be Flashpoint. It is resetting the DC EU. Yes, you're right. If you want to fix whatever's wrong with them, you could Flashpoint it. They wrote themselves an easy way out. I don't like the Flash show. I know a lot of people like it. It's just so every season is the same
repetitive.
Season.
Like I get
the same thing, which is part of the issue I have with the Flash as a whole. Which is kind of like it's really nothing else for this guy to do. You know what I mean? Like we've pigeonholed ourselves in, and now he's just stuck consistently doing flashpoints over and over and over again. And so, it doesn't excite me because you already know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? It just doesn't do anything for me. You right, Ellis. It would be nice to Flashpoint COVID, but we'd probably end up with something way worse.
Oh God!
As Barry has proven over and over again.
Fix that, and then we'll lose.
Ellis, I don't have
Ellis,
that.
imagine we Flashpoint COVID, and then we lose wrestling.
I'll be able to get by with that.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, like if we lose the current era of wrestling, sure. You know what I mean? Like, We keep DX wrestling.
Or for you, like
That
you,
era.
Gage, COVID gets Flashpoint. We lose Ric Flair. Ric Flair is just gone from history.
Yeah,
Never
but-
existed.
Oh, like never. Oh, he was never there.
Like something happened and Ric Flair's just gone and not in.
Yeah, but that'd be bad for you because we probably wouldn't be friends. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like that just probably would just like. You know
Damn.
what I mean? Like there's a whole lot. There's a whole lot of that.
One thing changes.
You know, Ric Flair ties a lot of people together that are in a circle that you and I are very tightly intertwined
Very much
in,
so.
sir, including one that Ellis is in. So, sir,
Hey,
you watch your mouth.
hey,
You watch your
that's
mouth.
the bad thing.
Yeah, I can't buy into the stupidity. That's one of my issues with TV and movies is I've seen so much of it that I find that it is all so easy to predict that it's harder for me to enjoy it. And a show like Flash is relatively easy to predict without watching it. That's worse because you already know. You know what I mean? I can't even tell you how many times we'd have a discussion about shows I didn't see that start off with very messed up again.
I know.
As we know what we're doing. Like that's literally, yeah. I can't, you know. And now that, whoo, I see you in the, I see you in the chat. You know what I'm saying? And since the DC app is officially dead, the DC streaming service is officially dead. Dead. DED, dead. Oh, the writers should buy into their own stupidity. They clearly have, because they just kept writing it
Kept going. Same
over
thing.
and
Hey,
over
it's working.
and
Do
over
the same
again.
thing over again.
Right, yeah, like, yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, with HBO Max being what it is and the DC app going away, with Warner Brothers and DC teetering on the verge of we're going to sell you, we're going to keep you, we're going to sell you, that dangerous seesaw that they're consistently in. Hopefully, they are intending to bring in some new blood to do some different writing and change some things up that will matter. I would say that currently the only things they have that matter are the shows that are tied to the Arrowverse, because the animated films technically just came to an end.
Right.
The ones that they were running. I mean, we have the new Superman film. I don't mean to offend you, Sin, but we have the new Superman film. So they have Jason Momoa and the Arrowverse, and Gal Gadot.
Yep.
Maybe. And so on that note, speed round, yes or no, Wonder Woman got moved to Christmas Day.
Yep.
Is it going to be in theaters Christmas Day?
No.
You know, it's hard to say.
No.
It's hard to say.
It really
Joe,
is.
Is it speed round? Yes or no? Is it going to be there or not?
No.
Not happen.
No.
No.
Awesome.
HBO
Awesome.
Max it. Just do it. Call it a day. Stop trying. HBO Max it.
20 away, just
$30. Throw it out there. You
So
gonna
listen, with
oh no, they're gonna try again.
HBO Max Christmas Day?
with them literally refusing to give box office numbers for Tenet,
I laugh. That.
and everybody else being mad about it. All the other movies, they all mad about it.
That was
What you mean you're not giving out numbers? We need those numbers so we can plan our stuff.
No, it's all
They like, we don't care
good.
about y'all stuff.
Go ahead, try
We don't care
it.
about y'all stuff.
We did it, so go ahead. Y'all try it too. See how it works out for you.
Yeah, like
gamble like we did.
it's so tricky because it'll be on HBO Max on Christmas Day. I mean, it could be. Will
Yeah.
it be on both? That's, I think, the bigger question.
And I
is-
think that would be just do it that way. Like there's people that want to go to the theater and see it, right? Let them have it. But for the majority of
Let 'em-
everybody,
you mean let them catch it?
let
Not
them,
'em have it.
let them catch it. But for the people, there's so many people that are like, you know what? as much as I would like to go, it's just like, look, I got my family to worry about. So you know what? I'm gonna partake and not go to the theater. But hey, slap this thing for $30 right here. Like I was actually reading a tweet from someone earlier that was like, look, you can put it in on HBO Max or whatever it is for $30. And if you guys want to sell snacks on your website or something, it's like the person was like, I will gladly like buy some snacks from you guys. Just give it to me on HBO Max and call it a day.
Whose idea was that?
I don't know.
Buying snacks
Dude,
from
hey,
WB.
Hey, look, somebody posted that. I get what they was trying to do. It's just the fact, you know,
AMC.com having ship you some snacks.
Right. Like, look, I understand what they're trying to say, and like just for the sheer fact of getting it in the household to watch. Like, I get it. I'm not gonna pay AMC like $8 for like a single bag of popcorn. That is not happening. But it's like, I get what the person was trying to emphasize. And just being able to, but HBO Max it. Let's just do it. Call it a day, because
things are going back to the same for going out to the movies like it used to be and everything. As long as COVID thing is still out here, so y'all just gonna keep pushing it back forever and forever. You're gonna keep doing this. Just release it on both. You know, get what you can out of it and call it a day. Like nobody saw this stuff happening. Like it's just where we are now. It is what it is.
And you know what? If you want to get some extra money from it, hey, do the $30 one and then do like a $40 one when you get like extra behind the scenes footage or something like that. There's tons of people that will gladly pay into that and get that type of stuff, even if it is like only 20 minutes. So I'm gonna pay that extra $10 here and there. Like,
here's the thing that's tricky about it. I mean, Warner Brothers, they are the ones that decided to put Tenet out. But they are also the ones who will be at the helm of deciding whether or not they put Wonder Woman out. So the fact that they pushed Wonder Woman back to Christmas Day, and they actually did release Tenet, like if you want to go see Tenet, you could go see it in the theater right now.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't pushed it to HBO Max, which they absolutely could do if they wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost like an admission of defeat.
True.
So
yeah,
at this point, for what they tried to do with Tenet, and let me just say that I have to do some investigative, like I gotta dig, because supposedly that film cost $200 million to make.
Woo! Oh, you ain't recouping that.
And they've almost made $200 million on the film globally. But according to the articles that I read, supposedly, and they are denying this, but supposedly they need to make $800 million to break even.
Oh, y'all screwed.
Listen, bro.
Good God. Where'd that math come in at?
Comicbook.com says, what we do know, however, is that Tenet has had a tepid response for what many thought would be the largest release of the year. Through Sunday, the Nolan blockbuster has reportedly grossed $29.5 million domestically for a global total of $207 million. As expected, the movie's second weekend dropped significantly, hauling in just under $7 million stateside. This is all against a reported production budget of $200 million, meaning at the current rate, the studio could end up losing hundreds of millions of dollars on the movie due to the wonders of Hollywood accounting. Reports earlier this summer said the flick needed a whopping $800 million to break even, though Warner Brothers soon vehemently denied. I'm gonna say that later. Denied that being the case. As the norm, the studio didn't reveal how much it indeed needed to make a profit. So let's consider for a second. We've had this discussion many times about where Warner Brothers sits, how AT&T is looking at them as a property that they spent a couple of $1 billion to get. This is a company that a couple of months ago was looking to move their video game publishing arm for somewhere around $4.6 billion, and Microsoft was supposedly seriously looking at them. Which now, having made a purchase for ZeniMax for $7.5 billion in cash, yeah, They could have bought whatever Warner Brothers was rock. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
That was probably the money for it. They said, "Oh, whoops, this is not good."
Nah, that wasn't the money for it. They were probably going to spend a solid $10 billion and get both. And they yanked it, you know what I mean, and said, "Well, hold on now. If somebody's willing to pay this, maybe there's something here." But if you put that tells you that there is something going on when you're just willing to push it to try to make as much money as you possibly can by forcing it into theaters when you absolutely know people cannot go see this. Mm-hmm. You know people can't go see it. There's no way you recoup the amount of money that it is that you're supposed to make, even if we're talking the same $200 million that you spent to make it. That's not happening.
Yeah,
the only way you're even possibly going to make it is by releasing this to video on demand.
That's the closest.
Yeah,
that's the closest way.
And here's the trick. Having released it to theaters, and it, one, not being powerful enough to get people to go to the theater anyway, and two, not getting the best of reviews for those who did go see it. Now if you release it, people might just be like, I'll wait. So what is your best opportunity if you're Warner Brothers to recoup the money you have now lost on Tenet? You gotta put Wonder Woman on demand. You just gotta do it.
Yeah.
You gotta do it.
And on Christmas
Day.
Right.
Like I get the idea of Christmas Day, but like I'm sorry. Like
No.
Christmas Day is like straight up traditional movie release thought process. You know what I mean? Like people at home is gonna do like traditionally Christmas Day is one of the biggest days in box offices yearly. Like having worked movie theaters and not realizing that people going to the theater on Christmas was a thing until I worked there and had to work on a Christmas and was just like,
what are y'all doing?
Y'all didn't just, why y'all not opening presents still? Having breakfast, eating dinner? Why are we here? Eating popcorn. I made this popcorn 2 days ago. Y'all paying a lot for this popcorn. It's old popcorn. Movie theater secrets, y'all. Hey, look, I see you, Ellis. Watch Christmas Vacation on Christmas Day. Now, if they drop Wonder Woman on Christmas Day to on demand, you know what I'm gonna do?
I'm watching Wonder Woman on Christmas Day with the fam.
Yeah.
If they Mulan it and they make it $30, because I heard you say $30 earlier, Jokes. Is that a done deal?
I'm fine with $30. Like normal, just like I said, that's two normal tickets. Depending on the theater you go to, that's just 2 normal tickets getting in. And if you typically pay and go see in an IMAX, you're paying way more than that. So $30.
Yeah, like,
listen.
Stop playing with us.
I don't
stop playing with us.
Realistically, you're not likely to recoup that money, and your best bet, in my opinion, again, because the truth of the matter is, whatever's happening in Wonder Woman actually doesn't even count. It doesn't even matter, because when Flash comes out,
it's
assuming it actually gets done,
it
redoes it all anyway. So nothing significant can actually happen in this. All you can do is use it to show people how great Wonder Woman is supposed to be, even though you're pretending she can do things that she can't do. I ain't never seen Wonder Woman web sling from lightning bolts. But all right. But just because it's in the trailer doesn't mean it's in the movie. We have learned that.
Hey, so we learned that real quick.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's dream sequence.
That's not a thing.
Dream sequence.
They gotta stop worrying about trying to recoup their money that they spend on the films. It's not going to happen with the films that y'all already have. Unfortunately, it's just not because of COVID. It is what it is. Put it out on demand and recoup as much, and just do that to get as much as you can. Put it too, sure, but just try to get as much as you can from it. But like this just theater release that y'all are so pushing because the deals and marketing deals, like you're not
just
gonna
do
recoup that back.
And if you want to try to get more, just don't make it a permanent thing. Make it when you rent this for $30, you got it for 24, 48 hours. If you want it again, you're gonna have to pay for it again. Sorry.
I'm fine with that.
Just do it.
And look,
I'm fine with that.
100%. I have to imagine that where we are is whatever they spent budget wise to make the film, you now have to do the math for the marketing of the film, which is where that exorbitant number comes from of 800 million, because you're not just advertising here.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't there a trailer for Tenet at the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Pretty sure.
Yes.
I mean, that in and of itself
Yeah.
is
That's some
millions
good-
of
That was
dollars.
some
Yeah,
pennies.
right there. That's an easy.
You understand what I'm
move.
saying? So the marketing for it, the marketing for Wonder Woman, the toys and all that kind, like there's not toys and stuff for Tenet.
Right.
So you don't have the same ability to make up money
Mhm.
in merchandise from a movie like Tenet that you do with a movie like Wonder Woman. By putting Wonder Woman out video on demand, you still have the opportunity to get children to buy toys.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, it is actually smarter to release Wonder Woman ahead of Christmas so that people can get toys for kids for Christmas that are Wonder Woman.
Yep.
And even if they wait till Christmas Day to release it on demand, kids wake up, they got their Wonder Woman toys for Christmas. Then they go, after that, eat breakfast, whatever, get to sit down and watch the Wonder Woman movie. Like,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, I just don't.
it just makes sense. I'm just saying.
It makes sense.
it
But
just makes
So let's run it down. Black Widow is scheduled to drop November 6th in the theater. Is it happening?
no. You got a better chance. You have a better chance of walking in a store on November 10th or whatnot ever and randomly seeing a PlayStation. No. And randomly seeing a PlayStation 5 and like an Xbox that's not even out yet. You got a better chance of doing that than getting that on.
Hey Slim, listen. So do they push Black Widow, or are we getting on demand? Are they going to Mulan it?
They got to.
I
They
think
got
they're
to.
seriously considering Mulan.
Just both it. Just both it. Do it both ways. For the people that still want to go to the theaters, you know what? Have at it. Let them do it. But for
And even so, with that, I'm cool with paying for a rental rather than like they do in Mulan. Like, hey, you go, $30 flat out. Well, keep it. I'm still cool with the rental. We just need to see the film. It's been too long now.
that's it.
And it's not going to change.
Here's the significance of Black Widow not making it out this year is bigger than Wonder Woman, only because it's been a decade since we haven't had a Marvel film in the summer. I mean, in a year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we haven't gone a year without a Marvel film, for that matter, multiple Marvel films in years.
Yeah. So let's not break that
And
tradition.
there is something to be said for the momentum that exists when you hit people back to back, like once every quarter, once every 6 months, with a new part of the story
Yep.
that still matters to people and is still relatively fresh in their minds, that makes them go back. Let me go back and rewatch so and so. Let me go. Oh yeah, remember when da 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 happened? Like, putting that thing in on demand next to all the other movies.
Yep. Give it its own section inside of Disney Plus. Hey.
Yep.
What are you doing?
You think I'm not gonna sit here and watch Black Widow and be like, you know what? I'm gonna go back and watch such and such right now.
You might have to go back and watch Iron Man. Like, the significance
May have
of
missed something.
the
Yep.
fact that he is supposed to show up in this movie.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Just do it.
What are you doing?
Being that this
Hey,
is
I'm
the
just
last,
drop
his last time as
All right, so here's what this is what I need to know. So I just need, like, final word. Somebody keep track of this in the comments. Sin. I need to know, on November 6th, are we getting it on demand on November 6th, or will it be a different date? I know you've already said it's going to be on demand. Will it be November 6th, or will it be a different date? That's a Friday.
It's a Friday.
Yes, that's the Friday before Extra Life.
Different date.
Different date.
Different date.
Mulan dropped on a Friday.
I'm not concerned about the Friday. I think they're still getting things together or whatever behind the scenes. I think like they'll be like, let's move it out one more time and just cross the T's, dot the I's, and do it then. I think they'll move it out one more time.
Sin says it will be on demand, but it won't be November 6th. Jokes.
Right.
I'm on
It
board
will
with
be
that.
on demand. Will it be on November 6th?
I don't think it will. I think they will.
No.
I think it'll show up. Honestly, I think they will just go ahead and they're going to drop it in the theater, which is going to be the wrong move to do. And then it's going to show up on demand like that. Normally was that like that 3 weeks or something like. I know there's like a small, and then like 3 weeks later, then it's going to show up.
So Thanksgiving, they drop it on demand. Everybody is together
And I think
having dinner. Let's all watch Black Widow.
I think that would be the time they may do it.
That's not bad. That's not bad. However,
I do think they'll still do it both. They'll put it in the theater and they'll put it on Disney Plus.
It's going to be theater first.
Well, if you remember what they did, I mean, what's going on with Mulan now is like it's on. You can watch it on Disney Plus if you pay the premium.
Right.
However, it doesn't go to everybody else who has Disney Plus until like December.
Yep.
Right.
I mean, you're right, Heather. It does. But I believe there are still a couple of films missing.
Yeah, there's still a few.
I don't think all the films I don't think are there yet.
Yeah.
I think they still have some deals with some other folks, Netflix or somebody, that they don't quite have everything yet.
Because like
I could be
Endgame,
double check that. But
because like Endgame only got added like a few weeks ago. If I'm not.
Yeah, but maybe that was the last one. That might be right.
You know
it
what?
might be that everything is there now.
Let me pull up
'cause I
Disney Plus
haven't
right quick. Let me take a look.
Looked in a moment. Yes, Black Widow on Black Friday. It could absolutely happen. It could absolutely happen. If they do November 6th, drop it in the theater, wait 3 weeks, put it in video on demand, and then make you wait until like February to watch it in Disney Plus if you don't pay the premium. That Thanksgiving Day drop could really be a thing, and they could absolutely write the marketing and advertising around Black Friday, Black Widow. You know what I mean? Like they could literally do it Thanksgiving Day and be like, as soon as the game is over,
it goes live.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Watch Black Widow before Black Friday. You know what I'm saying? Because Slim, ain't gonna be no Black Friday like normal. You can't get all them people out there in one place together like normal. So while you sitting on your computer trying to refresh so you can get that deal, you might as well have Black Widow on the screen. Because all that going out, I swear, if I see mobs at Walmart, I'm gonna have a hissy, a real live hissy. Like I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna record my own personal hissy fit.
Okay. But I think Thanksgiving would be perfect. The perfect time for them to drop it right now. Just do what y'all gotta do. Throw on Disney Plus premium, $30. Let's go. Let's go. Families
listen, Virtual Stampedes are what happened today trying to get Xboxes, and last week trying to get PlayStation 5s. Them Virtual Stampedes are so real.
They're just as bad as getting run over. Jeez.
And have been for quite some time. Because Cyber Monday is going to start on Black Friday this year, dog. Like,
man, it's going to be before that. Like, at least, like, we're just about to go into October. We probably about to start seeing Black Friday deals October. I don't even think they're going to.
Here's the thing. They can only sell what they have. And it's so hard to get certain things right now.
Oh, well, discount what's in the store.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. But if it's in the store, you can't come get it.
Oh, better order online.
It's going to be a very different Black Friday. This is going to be some, yeah. Oh, nah, Mass folks not staying home. They're not staying home.
I'll be on Facebook all day just watching the feeds and the mayhem. Like, let's go.
Oh, same here. I just need to know where to stay away from afterwards. Like
real talk. Okay, so listen, one more thing. Word on the street is that Tom Hardy is going to replace Daniel Craig as the new 007.
I saw that.
One, do we think it's real? You don't think it's real, Sam? All right, just hold tight to that. Hold on to that for me. Hold on to it. Jokes.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Tom Hardy as the new 007.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, as much as I didn't really know Daniel Craig before he took Pierce Brosnan's place, you know, so I wouldn't rule it out. I truly want to see Idris Elba. I think he's the prime fit for it, but we know how that is going to be. But it wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, you just want some backlash.
I just want it. I'm for it. I'm all for it.
Want that backlash.
But it wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't. Like this, maybe instead of, I don't want to say when they casted Daniel Craig, I wouldn't necessarily say he was a nobody, but he did some smaller roles, but he wasn't as widely known, obviously, as stepping into the James Bond role. Maybe they're trying to do it a little bit differently this time. The fact that, but hey,
what?
No, so I need to sit down and watch these series of 007 movies. I haven't watched any of the Daniel Craig.
You haven't watched any of them yet?
Essentially rebooted.
Yeah, they did.
I love 007. Just for some reason, the look or whatever of Daniel Craig, I just couldn't get into. Like,
well, I mean, that was the problem that people had was that essentially what they were trying to do was they were trying to Jason Bourne.
That's what, yeah.
007, and that's never been
what Bond is.
That's never been what Bond's a little too smooth and debonair for all of that.
Fast cars, fast women, save the day. That's it.
That's yeah, like he don't really Krav Maga. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like that ain't really
with that work.
But and I was kind of opposed to it too, because I was like, why y'all doing that? Like, don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, what's the you might as well make what's the transporter brand name?
Oh, Statham.
Make him.
Oh, Jason
Statham. I could have made Statham. I could have made Statham.
John Stamos is Bond.
Uncle 007.
Bruh. He gonna fake that accent, or he just gonna go straight in and just talk normal?
Oh man.
Have mercy.
Oh man.
There wouldn't be no shaking and stirring.
That's the Flashpoint problem.
No doubt.
Flash go back. John Stamos is Bond.
Daniel Craig, I just think they wanted to try to add a little more of that action,
the gritty
and
side,
strength and shirt off activity to kind of freshen up what Bond is. Because the truth of the matter is, Bond was starting to get kind of stale. You know what I mean? It just, Pierce Brosnan's era was, I mean, if you remember Pierce Brosnan from TV, I mean, that's basically the role he played anyway. So, I know you don't know what that has anything to do with anything, jokes.
I know there's like an agent. The only reason why I know partially about it is because my mom watched it. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we ain't breaking on Becky out of jail. She deserved to be there, and he didn't give us enough time. All right, yeah, Becky ain't getting out. Yeah, nah. Latasha Lynch, I thought was gonna end up being a double, and again, that could still be it.
Yeah, it still could be a thing. Yeah.
As far as we know, for real, Tom Hardy could be the new Bond villain, which I think might suit him more.
Yeah.
So that would not surprise me. If he ended up being the new villain and Latasha Lynch ends up getting the 007 role, that could still be dope. That I could bang with. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not opposed to Tom Hardy replacing Daniel Craig. If you were trying to get Tom Hardy to replace Pierce Brosnan, I'd be like,
whoa,
come on, man.
Whoa. I'd been like, hold the script here right quick.
I mean, but it was the same reaction that people had to Daniel Craig. And
that's true. And I was one of them. No, I most certainly was one of them originally.
Yeah. So, Mad Max being 007 could work. It could. I wouldn't be, and it also depends on what they do. Are they writing a new Bond, or are they going to try to remake a Bond that already existed and kind of, you know what I mean, like what they did with?
What direction are they going with it?
Yeah, that's the thing that's the most. I think that's the thing that's the most tricky. Right now. So, before we go, I want to give a shout out to Lego right now, because clearly they are at home with nothing to do but tease us with the most expensive and beautiful sets. Y'all see that Hey, bro, you see the Batwing, the 1989 Batwing joint, bro?
My man just went straight to the people.
Pull it up. Share your screen, sir. Listen, that joint is fire. And I forgot that Zayna has the 89 Batmobile.
Oh, yeah.
And you can hang that joint on your wall. Like,
that's clean.
And then they did the Yoda joint, Right behind that, Lego is on some extra. Look, here we go. What
Trying
you
to.
doing? He trying to get it up there for y'all to see.
Right. Yeah, that's the Batwing right there.
Yeah,
It ain't working.
Hanging
It ain't
on the wall
working.
is art.
Yeah, it ain't working.
I can't see. There it is.
There we go.
There it is.
Oh, if we click it, it's gonna make it messy.
That's why I'm not messing with it. I'm just
Yeah.
letting the picture sit there.
I mean, listen, I'm gonna encourage y'all
You got a little
to go
Joker,
take a look at
little
it.
Batman. Okay.
Listen, that joint, Lego's doing too much.
That thing is sexy.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. That
Mm.
89 joint, bro. Go ahead, take it all the way back to the best Batman joint. That's where we at right now. That's one of the most classic moments in comic book movie history. Is the Batwing pulling up in front of the moon?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then dropping out of the
just dropping
sky.
right from.
Yeah. Nothing like it. Can y'all tell my headache's gone? I feel so much better.
Feel a little bit better. Was it
That
because
shit
we
is
started talking
important, y'all.
about Batman?
Tell y'all something.
Is that what it was? It was because we started
What
talking
happened?
about Batman.
Nah, it's because we're talking about 89 Batman.
We're still
You-
talking
if-
about
if-
Batman.
If you want to prove that Batman has no powers, you make Michael Keaton Batman. And listen, in the same way that I say that Tobey Maguire was the perfect Peter Parker, that's what made him the great Spider-Man, because he is exactly the dude you would look at and be like, there's no way that dude is Spider-Man. No way.
That is true.
And you would look at Michael Keaton and be like, yeah, Slim's not. He can't possibly be. Can't possibly be.
That is not Batman, sir.
That is not. That is not I'm Batman. That is not him, bro. Like what? No, it's not. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Michael Keaton, bro, Mr. Mom, Multiplicity. Check him out.
Yes.
Multiplicity, boy. That joint is a sleeper. If you have not seen Multiplicity, make it a priority. Find that joint, get on it. Yeah, look, with that, we're gonna wrap this up. Officially 9 o'clock. It's go time. Tomorrow night we'll be back with cutscenes so we can talk about our adventures in Xbox Series X.
Oh man.
Right.
Because boy, were there some adventures there. We're definitely gonna talk about this acquisition of Bethesda, because I have
Ooh.
supreme thoughts on them buying ZeniMax Media for
Muscle.
$7.5 billion in
Muscle.
cash, just dropping money. Yeah, that's making it rain. That is not strip club money, bro. That is my strip club money.
So what they
Sure.
did, they
City
came
of
over there,
strip
bought the whole city.
Drop the joint in a suitcase on the desk, like
Sante, hey
we
guys,
want to buy
We
you.
want all this.
let's buy
All
Bethesda.
that, yeah,
Get all
yeah,
this.
yeah, straight up. Like,
All
listen,
that.
look, seeing people make memes and jokes about how Microsoft just bought a city in Maryland, like just bought the whole
That's
city.
funny.
I mean, yeah, like 7.5. Yeah, you can have the whole city.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Just change the
straight up.
tax.
We just need the company. No. Just take the whole city. Take the whole city. You got
Yeah.
the name and everything.
Take that $5 on the corner. Take
Yeah.
all that. Get it all.
Yeah, you know they got money in Starbucks. That's Seattle
Yep,
company. That's
that's all-
where they at.
that's all
their
them.
whole. That's it, man. Yeah. So we definitely gonna have a lot of that to talk about. So definitely make sure you tune in tomorrow to Cutscenes, because we will be having some serious discussion about next gen and what's going on with next gen and pre-orders and what that process is, really like. With that, Sin, can you shout out the top patrons for me, please?
Yes, I can do that. Shout out to Anthony Cunningham. Shout out to Susan Dortch. And shout out to Tyrone Carson for being our top tier patrons. We truly, truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you all very much.
That's real. We love and thank everybody else too. Look, just don't forget, you can go on Patreon and support us there. We can put together a new show for this month that only goes on Patreon. We're not gonna make fun of J. Robert Deans in this one specifically. Maybe. But it's coming. We got some things to talk about. So listen, we have breast cancer shirts getting ready to go up. Y'all keep your eyes open for that. The shirts from the last sale of shirts are almost completely done and out. So anybody who hasn't gotten one yet, they are coming, or they will be special delivered directly to you, those who are close enough to get it. Breast cancer shirts, we don't get any of that. All the proceeds go to help other folks. And then right behind that, at the beginning of November, we have Extra Life, where we stream for 24 hours straight, playing
Yes.
video games and take donations so that we can help kids for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. It is a time now where that is much more significant than it is in other times when you have people that are stuck in hospitals and families cannot visit them because they won't allow them because of things like COVID. So Extra Life is super important, and we're excited about doing it. We plan on trying to stay up the whole time. With that, we're going to wrap this up. We appreciate you all being there. Toodles and Lose.